Hey guys, just a quick walk here to see what's new in the garden. Spring is coming and it's really exciting. So a lot of things start to germinate. I didn't really plant too much yet, but I did plant some things. So I wanted to show you what's going on here. First of all, we had a YouTube video about this lettuce that I have in this bed and in this bed, and I started them inside of the house during the winter and actually transplanted them. I think it was the end of January, which is kind of unusual, but I covered them with greenhouse plastic, or this bed was covered with fabric, and the other bed, the one over there, was covered with a 4 mil greenhouse plastic. And you can see in a minute the difference between the lettuces. The one that was growing covered with the plastic is much more mature than these little ones, but that's fine. So other than the lettuce, I also have onions here. So they're green onions. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just coming up right there. So this half of the bed has green onions on it, and it's the kind of green onions that is forming a tiny little white or purple bulb, and they're really cool. I'll try to link to them. I can't remember exactly the name of the variety. Okay, so this is the lettuce that was covered with the greenhouse, with the fabric, so frost protection fabric. We did have a couple of really severe ice storms. So it survived really well, even just with the protection fabric, so that's great. But you can see these ones were covered with the greenhouse plastic, and they are much larger. So kind of cool to see the difference. I also planted onions between them. So you can see over there that the onions are coming, and these are the same kind of onions that have purple and white little bulbs forming. It's not the kind of dry onion that we will cure, but just fresh onion, but it has a little bulb. Okay, these two beds here in the middle, they both have radishes in them, and I can't remember the variety, but the long, kind of like a French breakfast, I think, radishes, but different types, because they didn't have seeds for the French breakfast, which are really popular. I couldn't find seeds, so found something similar, and these are just germinating and doing great so far. I had a big problem with fire ants here in this bed, but I managed to get rid of them with some vinegar and clove oil, so I hope they won't come back. All right, over here, these two little beds, this one and this one, they will be salad greens just for us to eat. Under here, I have mustard greens. Let me see if I can uncover this. Here. So I planted them a long time ago, and they're doing great even in the cold under the greenhouse plastic, the 4 mil greenhouse plastic. And they're ready, so I'm just harvesting and eating them, and also took some to the farmer's market yesterday, and they did really good. So people really liked them, and I got rid of the few bags that I had pretty quickly. Okay, so this bed is ready for carrots. That's what I'm going to plant here. And that will be, I think, my 4th bed of carrots. In the bigger garden, not much is going on yet. I'm still working on cleaning the beds. Usually I do that in the fall, but last fall there were just too much for me to do, so I did not clean all the beds. So these in the front are good, but then on the back over there, I still need to work on cleaning them from the old plants and mulching in between, mulching the walkways, and mulching with straw, some of them. Okay, so what I did plant here are beets, some beets that I started indoors. So transfer them over here to this bed, and they're also under a 4 mil plastic. And I was a little concerned that the nights will be too cold for them even under the plastic, because we still have a 20 degree nights, but they're actually doing really good. So I'm happy I did not lose not one seedling yet, so that's always great. And over on the other side, over here are more beets, but just direct planted those. So they are coming up. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a few of them that are starting to come up. I love beets, so this is really exciting for me. Okay, this bed, the second bed here, is planted with carrots. Okay, so over here, they're not up yet, so I'm just keeping the soil moist, and hopefully they'll start coming up soon. We'll see. This bed has more onions in it, same kind of onions as I have in the other garden. And then over here I have peas in this bed, and I have the trellis set up for them already. I use just a simple T-post type of trellis with like PVC tees and a rebar at the top, and then I have the net for them to climb on, and hopefully they'll come up soon. Over the couple of other covered beds are also planted, and they have carrots and beets, another bed of carrots and another bed of beets under there. So that's it. I am working on cleaning up my strawberry bed over here. Excuse me about the camera movement. It's a new gimbal that I bought, and I do not know how to control it very good yet. So I planted a bunch of strawberry here. Here's one plant. Let me see if I can get it. Here it is. Do you see the leaf? They're hiding under the straw mulch here. And as you can see, that's the downside of using straw mulch, is that you get grass growing. And I have to clean this bed, but there are a bunch of strawberry plants under this straw, so hopefully can get that cleaned. And we'll have strawberries soon. So that's it for now, you guys. This is all that is growing. I will do another video about what is growing at the farm, because I have another garden over there with larger rows and some garlic and onion and other stuff. So we'll try to do a video about that later. All right,